and you can kind of set it so that these civilians will randomly appear all over the map, so you never know where one's going to show up. I've pre-placed one for this, obviously. So our pre-placed guy is somewhere down here. I think he's kind of obscured by the bushes. There he is. And so we'll just walk along and see what happens. Just take my gun out for realism. So you can see I have a couple of guys with me, 2 guys there, 1 guy there. This is my little squad as if we're on patrol. So you notice he starts running towards us. So now, realistically, what we would do is we would notice he's wearing a vest, and we'd shoot him down. For the sake of this, I'm not going to do that. So if you didn't notice him in time, boom, that happens. You can kind of see the scale of the explosion there. I think it took out 1 or 2 of us. And, 1 or 2 survived. So the next one I want to show you is pretty similar to that, but it's car based. So before I show you that, what I kind of want to show you is basically what regular car behavior looks like how you can tell the difference basically between, is that driver a suicide bomber, or is that driver just a regular civilian. So the main way you do that is when someone's driving towards you at a rapid speed and doesn't look like they're going to stop, you fire warning shots. If they don't eventually stop and ideally get out of the vehicle, you then basically kill them. So we're going to fire warning shots at this guy. You can see he gets out, runs out of his vehicle, and basically tries to get the fuck out of Dodge. So with that, I'm now going to show you what it looks like with a suicide bomber in the car rather than a civilian. Oops. So I've got a suicide bomber just set up here to do laps around a circular road. So should be coming down this way. So you're going to see at a rapid speed, we're going to fire at him. Look at that, not dismounting. So we try and get out of the way. And boom, car goes off. So, as you can see, that's kind of what it looks like. That is the result of a car bomb. It's particularly kind of nasty if you're driving in a convoy and they come at you. So the other thing I wanted to show you is an IED script. Basically, it's a script that every time the mission is loaded, every new time, it randomly distributes a bunch of IEDs of different sizes and different sensitivities to being detonated, as well as hidden in rubble, as well as just rubble with no IEDs, so you can't just tell every time you see rubble there's an IED. So I have the debug on, so it'll show me where they all are. So they're marked into small, medium, and large, and then the fake ones, right? So we'll just use a little teleport function to go check out what a small IED is like. So the small IED this time is this little object. It's all sorts of little small objects, but something that you wouldn't really necessarily notice if you're walking along. Small IEDs are really easy to set off. Basically, just standing and walking sets them off, or moving kind of quickly. I think you usually won't set off any IEDs if you're crawling on your stomach like this. So I'm going to crawl close to it. You can see the little black box in the corner is kind of showing the conditions and what's going to set it off. So I don't have, if you have a toolkit, you can disarm it, but I don't have a toolkit. So basically, I get up and start walking. It's not quite enough to set it off, it doesn't seem like. But you do a little sprint, and blows up. It's a little laggy, by the way, because I'm video recording. So usually it performs a little smoother. And just for shits and giggles, I'll show you what kind of a larger one looks like. Because that small one, that's not really enough to, if you drive over that with a car, that could kill one or two people and, take out a few tires. It's not going to blow up the car. Whereas one of these large ones, well, this one's near a building, so maybe they even take out the building. Although it might have spawned inside the rocks, in which case, yeah, that's not a good example. Let's try one over here. Alright, so that busted up car, that's what the IED is. So again, you do the crawl, you're pretty safe. Stand up, let's see if walking will set it off. These ones are less sensitive because they're more meant for vehicles to blow up. So yeah, when I run, that goes off. Also, sometimes what they do is they have secondary explosions. So the first one goes off, and there's a time delay, and a second detonation goes off. So when you rush out to, be a medic and help your guys, the secondary explosion kills you. Anyhow, that's the gist of the little scripts I wanted to show you. I have them all assembled in a mission together. That's kind of cool. Simulates Afghanistan. I might make a video of that. But for now, that's just a little demo video of these different scripts.